me to switch characters. What was that? Yurichi Type Zero is a very unusual character. So like if you're not used to fighting him, then like eh, it's difficult. um there may need to be a part two once I figure out all the potential out of that character. But yeah, it's like there's a type of Yurichi Type Zero that if you just let them do whatever they want to do, then it's gonna be a problem. So yeah, that's a valid thing. How long have you been playing Demon Slayer? Do you play any other games competitively? Any other fighting games? Oh, okay. So what I would say is that uh fundamentally in like understanding of like the game's mechanics, I think you're pretty good there. I just think you're inexperienced overall. Um, like there's just some situations that like okay, because you haven't been faced with it enough times, you're just not sure how to respond to it. Or there's certain tactics that you're not prone on using, maybe because you don't know how strong it is or just because you haven't practiced it. But like fundamentally, you're pretty much there. You're not like panicky. You're not like uh, jittery as far as your approach or anything like that. But yeah, I think it's mostly just the inexperience. So a couple of things. Yeah, you're just gonna have to play more and more and get some of that character knowledge, and then like some of it you'll be able to learn just by word of mouth or by asking, based on like matchups and different things like that. Um, why is it taking so long to load? Okay, I'll make a new lobby. Mhm. You don't want to use a cheap tactic. Okay, fair enough. Still make sure that you understand it because it will be used against you. Um, and when things are going to be used against you, one of the best ways to learn how to counter it is to learn it yourself so that you can identify the weaknesses and the strengths of it. Play together. Okay. Because there's some characters that are much better with it and some characters that like can't do it. Like Yome, as strong as of a character as he is, his heavy doesn't do that dash. So he would have to be much more specific with the way that he does it. Obanai, he has a great distance to his heavy, but because of the way that it is, the bulk of the guard damage is on the last hit, and if the opponent is at an angle, then he can like fly right past them after like getting the first few hits. The way that he hits, you mean? It's even narrower than Water Tundra. Water Tundra does like a basically a horizontal water wheel. Obanai does like a little drill. Super focused. I'll see you in a second here. All right, I'm gonna be on defense. Try and open me up. Use your assist. Use what your whatever's at your disposal. Okay. Um, your assist. The main thing I kind of lean towards is the fact that in this context, because you're using Gyu, I wouldn't say that HK is a very good assist pairing. Um, when you when was that? All right. So, my observations about your assist usage, um, I don't think it's a very compelling team. Like, there's not a whole lot of synergy going on. Um, and if you aren't playing a whole lot of fighters, if you're not familiar with that word, it's like, when you make your team, you kind of want to make sure that the different parts come together and complement each other. So HK's assist does damage, and the second one lasts for a while, but the neutral assist kind of shoots at a range that you would have some trouble continuing after. You hear it, right? Have some trouble continuing after, and the tilt skill is kind of slow, so it's kind of easy to parry. It's kind of easy to like interrupt Tanjiro before he does his thing. So yeah, my main thing would be saying that I don't think the team itself complements itself well, so far. Um, the I did like that you use the team extensions. There you can definitely optimize some more as far as uh or improve your combos. I wouldn't even say optimize, just improve your combos as far as how you get your damage and being consistent about that. Um, yeah, I think you just need to rethink your team. See if you can get your assist to complement your point character, or get a team that you can freely switch in and out of comfortably. Um, focus on your playstyle. Say again? Yeah, yeah, go for it. Go for it. I don't think you did bad. I actually liked the combos that I saw of Sanami. Um, do be mindful about like the resource management. If you use your assist, that means that you can no longer escape. If you can't escape, that means that you have to eat whatever damage that comes next if you get hit, right? So you gotta make sure that you're weighing the risk versus reward of using your resources. In addition to that, if you have used your resources and you need to boost, do it. You don't want to be ending games with two special gauge that could have given you an extra escape, given you extra damage on a combo. Especially in DS. What's up? Uh, are you talking about the support combo, or are you talking about just switching regular? So support combo to extend. Uh, so there's different ways to go about it. Um, principles that apply are that if you use the earlier that you use an assist in a combo, the more you can regain your assist as the combo time goes on. So like if I were to do like two hits and then start doing things with Inosuke, I'm not gonna do a real combo. I'm just, doing things. But I was able to gain like 60% of Gyome, and then knock you down. You get me? Um, now you don't have to go that far. Like, of course, you could actually do damage, get your combo, and then toward the end, that's when you call your thing. Maybe you go into a hard knockdown, and the knockdown is what gives you a little bit more time to replenish, right? Um, uh, or in some cases, if the extension isn't all that great, you can just call a regular assist early on. Uh, sup the support combo, yeah, you can use it if you have like a ranged character. So Gyome kind of counts because he has his neutral skill. There are times where maybe you have your assist called out and he's about to like hit me and we're about to trade. But if I hit you and I can get this switch, then I'm golden and I'm just gonna get my combo no matter what. Like, so it could be a case where I'm about to get like absolutely destroyed by your assist, but because I got my hit first, I can now extend it. That's also a good way of like, hey, maybe I didn't have like if I ran out of meter, like as Gome, I have literally nothing to like extend with after this, unless I use the team extend, right? um I would generalize it more, and I can send you like a flowchart thing that I was working on. um but you want to come up with a good reason. It's kind of hard for me to say, okay, here's the right place. But like be intentional about it. Don't just go, okay, I have my assist back, call assist, right? That does nothing for you. You want to say, okay, I want to be aggressive, and I want my assist to support me, right? So I can dash in and call the assist behind me, so that whether my dash in works or not, I have a little bit of coverage, right? For zoning matchups, maybe I want to strafe and lead projectiles in one direction while I call the assist in a different direction. So it's going to depend on how fast the assist is, what the hitboxing of the assist is. Um, in some cases, if the assist is bad, maybe you just want to prioritize keeping your escape option. right? Um, or maybe you prioritize other things. Let's say who has a bad assist? Who has a bad assist right now? Um, Face Inosuke, and I'm gonna go Murata. No, no, not at all. I'm just trying to come up with an example here. Like Inosuke would kind of be a bad assist, sort of. It depends. But like in some cases, maybe it's not just okay assist calls, but it's creative usage of whatever tools that you have at your disposal. So like I could call my I don't know why that took so long to recharge. But like I can do my heavy and then that's gonna go through projectiles, like that's gonna yeah that so let me explain it like this. Quick thing of it because it's kind of weird the way that they did it. Heavy is no longer like doesn't just equal armor anymore. If you do a heavy and it's uncharged, then you get an armored dash and then an unarmored attack at the end of it. If you fully charge it, the whole thing is armored, right? Right. So it think about the distance though. It's not about like don't think about like time or duration. Think about the distance. So if you were throwing projectiles, I'm armored all the way until this attack starts. If there was one projectile, I can armor through that and then dash out of here. Or I could just hold it to absorb it and then jump out. But it's kind of hard to say. Like, yeah, but no, like we can give an example. But like keep in mind it's basically just a dash. So like if you dash at me, it's just a dash. Right? So until that attack comes out, and if that attack comes out, then you can just die for it. Do a heavy on me. Don't charge it. Do again. Like it can just be 100% interrupted. All right. Yeah. Now keep in mind also there are certain moves that break armor outright. So do a fully charged heavy. You saw that little like crackle effect? That's an armor break. Right? Let's do okay, do your DP. Like fully hold your DP. Oh, my fault. Go again. Right? So a fully charged heavy can break armor on other attacks. So if your fully charged heavy hit mine before I landed, then you can armor break mine. Do your DP. Boost is also one of those moves. Ultimates are fully invincible. Um, Boost like armor would lose to ultimates. But you could a boost to have invincibility to avoid an ultimate, but that's kind of a scary thing to try if you're not ready. But yeah, you can do that. You can definitely do that. Hmm. No, you're invincible during boost for sure. It's not secret. No, no, no. People are familiar with that. Yeah, it's kind of advanced in a certain aspect. Like usually lower level players or newer players just aren't ready to do something like that, and you have to be kind of specific about the timing. But yeah, go ahead and heavy. You didn't need to fully charge it, but right? So it's not gonna stop you. Do again. So right. hmm oh yeah, yeah, it'll go through that. As long as it's not an armor breaker, then I'm not gonna stop you. Now that said, still be aware that if you fully charge it, then you can no longer cancel it. And if you can't cancel it, you could get cooked. Go for it. Sure, sure. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to half charge it either. You can just tap it, and that'll do the job. But keep your wits about you and be aware that that's still risky. Be aware that you can also like call your assist. You can switch. Be creative. You know. Oh, you mean like he did heavy with one character and then heavy with the other? I would imagine that was like it was just the speed. So like heavy input, switch heavy input, like and then one heavy was faster than the other. I think the dash speeds matter. I think the heavy's faster than your regular dash speed, but I think that like there is some difference there. But like a heavy input and then a switch and then a heavy input. That's all that is. Understanding your resources and understanding what's just going on in the game. Right now, it's not a very significant health difference. Um, but keep in mind because I'm a demon, I can boost and heal, right? So that said, you want to change whether you want to do offense or defense, based on whether it's your turn and based on what your resources look like. All right. So if I were to get a bunch of damage on you, right? There's 10 seconds left on the clock. There is zero reason for me to get up close to you. Why? Because I have a life lead, and it makes more sense for me to try and keep you out rather than try and get in when I'm at the advantage, right? That makes sense? All right. Right. So that was just the extreme example to make it click in your head. Same scenario applies where if I have even this amount of health, um, I can push in on you, but is it a good idea for me to? And it can vary. Hey, is your character fast? Is your character slow? Am I going to be able to effectively keep you out? All of these things matter. Um, like, hey, what's the resource building looking like? Right? So I can, instead of trying to like rush in and kill you, I can be focused on building a little bit more resources while you try and find a way to get in on me. I can hang back at this point, and what are you going to try and do to approach me? You're going to probably try and use your assist. And what happens if you use your assist? It means that you can't escape whatever my next combo is, right? So it's like one thing, every decision mattering and every decision having an impact. Um, versus, hey, if you're fighting me, like you said, you watch that video where it's like, oh, when you're fighting your Ichi type 0, block for me, block. All right, so if I use all my resources, you can approach me because I don't have all that much to try and keep you out. Or even if I do catch you, I don't have any resources to do damage to you, right? That kind of that awareness will apply to whether you want to escape combos as well, right? It's not every time that you get hit that you just, oh, I'm getting hit, I need to escape. Um, it's it's strategic. You can escape when you know that the damage is going to be significant. You can escape when you know that you're going to get an opportunity based on when you escaped. Um, there's a lot more to it. So I'm gonna go to Gyome, right? Um, there's less likely to be a reason to escape. Red combos are shorter, so it might not be enough time for an opponent to get significant amount of damage. But that said, there are some red combos that will do a lot of damage. So you do want to be aware of that. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. And this is something that you watch for when you pay attention when your opponent is doing things and pay attention to their patterns. I'm gonna tell you right now, what I'm going to go for is 2 hits into tilt skill, right? Tilt skill is a very block for me. Tilt skill is a very long move. It cannot cancel it in any way while it's going on, right? So you know that I'm going to go for 2 hits into tilt skill into the rest of my combo, right? Stop blocking. Right, so that's the combo that I want to do. You can choose various points of when you want to escape, but where you would want to, if you had this knowledge in your head, is when this tilt skill is about to happen. Because even if you're not fast enough, quite fast enough to like get the punish, I'm in a situation where like, okay, I'm at a frame disadvantage. Like I have to recover and I need to block. And uh frame data plus being punishable, different things. So if you were to dead comp, right? Dead comp for me, there's a amount eh, there's an amount of time where okay, I can definitely just punish you. I can dash you or whatever. If I don't know I'm going to be able to punish you, I might just go for the grab because you're going to try and block because you don't want to get punished, right? So that applies there too, where even if you don't get the outright punish because you get the advantage, then it opens up the door for more of your pressure and more of your offensive options, right? You could dash up and do nothing. Maybe after this tilt skill, I panic and go, oh, he's gonna try and attack me. And then I DP. And that's another opportunity for you to go, okay, now that he's whiffed a big old move, now I can get my damage calmly, right? So you just have to weigh your options. Now you have to be careful there because the obvious thing that happened is that you would have escaped in that situation. And that means if I were to catch you again, you can't escape the next thing, right? So you still want to be mindful of how the resources are affecting things. And in a certain sense, like, yeah, somebody could tell you based on their opinion, hey, escape here and then either be aggressive or be defensive. But if you do some damage on me, all right. So same scenario. You know that my habit is going to be 2 hits into tilt skill, right? If you're paying attention to the amount of health and time is running out, let's say that like, hey, we're down to the wire. Um, if you know you don't want to take the amount of damage that I'm going to do with this tilt skill, and you escape, do you want to attack me or do you want to hang back? Right. That makes sense? And when I say hang back, I'm like saying go to defense because your defensive options apply. When I'm rushing at you, I could try and start a block string, or I could try and grab you. And on defense, there are ways to defend either, right? What's the way that you can? Okay, if you know for 100% certainty that I'm going to go for a block string or I'm just going to try and hit you, what's the way to beat that? Don't overthink it. No. You overthought it. You overthought it. So you know with 100% certainty that okay, let's say let me be more specific. I'm going to tilt skill, right? What is a 100% way to guarantee that you do not get hit by this tilt skill? You're overthinking it still. It's a lot simpler than that. Hold your block button, right? So, is there any way for this tilt skill to hit you if you're holding the block button? You tried to move, but like, there's no way for this tilt skill to hit you if you're holding this block button, right? And yeah, it's scary. There's a lot more that's happening, but if I dash at you, if I throw a light attack, if I throw a neutral skill, if I throw a DP, all these options, it won't work, right? You can hold the block button there. So not immediately, it's over time, right? And yeah, there's more things to look out for, like that guard break setup, right? But you don't want to get in your own head and go, oh, my guard, my guard, my guard, my guard, right? When I've only touched your guard once, right? There's more resources technically than just your health, than just your escape options. There's also like the amount of guard damage that you've taken, right? You don't want to go, oh, I took, and it's 100 points of guard damage. Like different moves have different amount of guard damage. The heavies will go all the way up to 100%, but like it takes multiple dashes for that guard break, right? So block for me. Right? So that took a decent amount of time, right? If you're on defense, um, be aware of how strong block is. Now, yes, grab exists, but if you're in a situation where your main concern is not taking a combo, then you have to weigh the risk, right? Know that if I hit you with Guillaume, I'm going to do like 30 to 60% on you, right? Let's spitball it and say that 30 to 60% on you. If I grab you, I'm doing near 20%. Yeah, Yome's grab was kind of cracked. It's not the same thing. It's Sanemi took less, but like be aware of that. As much damage as that was, that's not as much damage as you would have taken if you took a combo, right? So you have to weigh the risks. If there is a difference of, all right, so let me say if it's me. If this is the amount of health difference, I am not going to sit here and worry about taking a grab. Why? Because a grab will not do enough damage to hurt me in time. Now, if I let go of blocking and eat a whole combo, then yeah, I'm cooked. So I'm just going to sit here and block. That makes sense? All right. But you see what I mean? Like I had a health lead and I just sat there, right? And when I thought you were gonna grab, I boosted. So you can let your so it's all a part of weighing your options, right? Yeah, there's times where you're not gonna want to sit there and take all of that, but you have to make sure that you know what's actually a threat. Because imagine an opponent does open you up and then their combos are trash. Like they're only doing like 15%. You know what I mean? Like, so pay attention. Do they know their character? Do they do good damage? Would you rather just take a grab and call it a day? Are they not going to be able to break your guard at all? So there would be different factors when it comes to me. At the very least, pay attention to my resources. Notice, hey, he only has one bar. Or hey, he doesn't have an escape now. So there's gonna be different factors. Yeah, the grab definitely hurts. But still, like pay attention to what the situation is. You still made some like, all right, that kind of didn't make any sense moments. When I was surged, you were attacking, and that was very odd because you had no health. And if I had done like, if I was just a little bit more aggressive, then you would have been cooked. What I was kind of looking for was for you to recognize, oh, okay, if I take any damage, then I'm dead. So I'm gonna keep blocking, and if he tries to grab me, I'm gonna boost. you know? Um, yeah, it's fine. It's just you can't like if your opponent's armored and you have no health, then you can't afford to try and clash with them. So it's kind of up to you to like evade as much damage. Like you can't take any damage. So, you know, um, and then like when I had the health lead, you saw that I was blocking more and then like occasionally like side dodging to like throw it off. So if you're paying attention to the resources, then you'll understand a little bit more about what your opponent's gonna want to do, and then be able to get reads and like, oh, that's what they want. That's what they're gonna try. I you can use the term read to be really specific, like, oh, I know you're going to like uh I know exactly what you're gonna do. It doesn't have to be that specific. um, you can have the read as far as like, hey, if this is rock paper scissors, I have a really strong feeling that you're gonna go for scissors, and therefore I'm going to use rock. You know, so you can mean it in the sense of, hey, I knew exactly what you're gonna do, or I'm going to go for a strong option that I think is going to counter whatever you're going to try and do. Oh, that was unfortunate. Like my neutral skills didn't go anywhere. I'm super passive, but defense isn't rewarded in this game. So yeah, there you probably want to push block and get out of there. Oh, wait, is horrible? It just takes a little bit more experience. It's like it's fine. You're still learning, so just keep challenging people for sure. I think Bankai Judge might be looking for some fights. So if I get off, and I probably get off after this one, he's decent. He I'd say he's probably stronger than you, so he'll be good to fight against. Yeah, yeah. There are gaps. Like you can get parried or heavy, but especially if they don't know that, then yeah, you can do a lot of chip damage. The secret to the aggression that I use, um, experience mostly. Like I'm not like overly thinking about uh really countering any set playstyle when it comes to you. Um, just because I can't really say, hey, you're at the level yet where you understand the rules so well that I can guess what you're going to do. So I'm mostly just okay. I'm at an advantage here. You're at a disadvantage here. What is the likelihood that you'll be able to respond correctly to whatever versus not? Just keeping it simple. Yeah, yeah. Blocking would have been a good option, and it would have forced me to try and either break your guard or grab you. And if you pick up on the pattern of attack, then hey, parry, hey, DP, hey, you know, different defensive options. But yeah, focus on the resource management, and then it's gonna open your eyes to like, okay, this is what my opponent wants to do versus what they don't. And this is what I want to do versus what I don't. So yeah, definitely challenge like Benkai and try and get some more practice in. No problem. I also like I have like a VODs channel. So I stream the session if you want to like go back and watch it. VODs just mean recording. It's what you call a live stream um video. It means video on demand. Uh I'm gonna send it to you. Hold on. Uh Socials. I'll DM it to you. Crystal, we can head back to our server. Interesting.